They say the worst day fishing is better than the best day at work, unless you're Misty Wells. She has plenty of good days doing both. Misty started a real future 10 years ago with one simple goal: taking foster kids from the Clearwater, Florida area out on the water for a day of fishing.
When I first started A Real Futures, my perception of what it was going to be is these kids were going to be so excited, showing up every morning or afternoon to go fishing. It was going to be the greatest day ever. And what I found out is that's not always the case.
That's because most of the kids Misty takes out on the water have a multitude of worries and hardships that they're having to deal with on a daily basis, which is where the initial idea of her program began.
A lot of times they'll show up and they're sad. They're very sad and they're not smiling, but we'll see dolphins on the way out and then all of a sudden that smile's creeping in on their face. And then once they put that rod in their hand and they're catching fish, they forget about what's happening back on land. They are just in the moment and they're having a really positive, happy experience. It may not be life-changing for these children to go fishing, and it may, but at the very least it gives them a great day out on the water, and we're replacing some bad memories with some good ones.
Misty has some firsthand knowledge of the foster care system and how it works. Her husband Tommy was a product of the system as a child, and early in her marriage discovered the positive influence that outdoor recreation had on Tommy's childhood.
He got given away when he was 6 years old, like a lot of these children. They're either given away or taken away because of really bad circumstances. So to me, hearing his story, that really just changed everything for me.
Within a month, A Real Future was born. To date, she's hosted upwards of 4,000 kids out on the water. It cost about $25 per head. And over the 10+ years, Misty's called on friends, as well as fellow anglers and local boat captains to join in on her mission.
We're fundraising year-round because we fish with kids year-round. So when they're on Christmas break, spring break, and of course during the summer, we're getting a lot of trips in. As many trips as we can take and can afford to go on, that's what we're going to do. So we're just always looking to get kids out on the water. We're always looking for people to donate, whether it's financial, it could be their time as a volunteer, and also some fishing equipment, rods and reels that I can gift to the kids that they can take home after we go out on a trip so they can keep their fishing dreams alive.
It's become a family affair, as Misty's grown children often accompany her on the boat.
I love having my son and daughter involved, and they've really been the first original volunteers, and sometimes they call it voluntold, because I'm like, I've got 12 kids today and I really need your help and I need you guys on the boat.
A majority of kids have never fished before, and some have never even been on a boat. But Misty says there's something special to see someone catch their first fish, and it can be quite contagious.
A lot of times, once they have caught a few fish, if there's another child on the boat, whether it's in their group or someone they don't even know, they'll actually go over there and help them fish so they can also share in the joy. So I mean, there's a lot of things you remember in your life and a lot of things that you forget, but I can guarantee you're never going to forget your first fish.
Nice work.
And as A Real Future heads into uncharted waters, Misty hopes the next 10 years will be as rewarding as the last 10 have been.
I'm hoping that maybe those bad memories will never go away, but at least we're having some good ones for them, and they get to feel normal for a while, and they get to do things that children with families get to do. They get to go back to school on Monday, and when it comes around to what did you do this weekend, they can share a story with their peers of something possibly that those other children with families did, and that really gives them a lot of self-confidence.